What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're also going to be looking at Litecoin and Ethereum. Could Bitcoin be in a ending fifth wave diagonal? We're going to discuss that. We're also going to look at that wyckoff method distribution phase again. We're going to focus on the daily chart for Bitcoin. Then we're going to go into the 15-minute to look at the more immediate. So stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group. There's a link below in the description. Definitely check it out. Awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you scroll down, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, and leave your comment down below. That'll get you entered to win. Also, I'm going to talk about later in this video how to win a $500 Prime XBT tradable account for free. Definitely stick around for that. Let's get into it. So taking a look at this as a possible ending fifth wave diagonal, as you can see here in the Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth wave is a rising wedge or ending diagonal, and we do have that right up here. I'm gonna zoom in and take a look at that, but it looks like this would be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are in the fifth wave diagonal. It is a possibility. Let's zoom in a little bit and take a look at our possibilities here and what to watch for. I'm looking for possibly getting up to around the $67,000 to $68,000 range. If we take a look at this, like I said, this would be a Elliott wave fifth wave diagonal, and there would be 5 waves in the fifth wave. Let's take a look at how that would look. This would be wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on 5, and then after that we would drop out of this, and the measured move for that drop would get us down to about the 42,000. So if we do come up in this range, depending on where we are here, if we take longer to break down, it would be higher. So we'll keep an eye on that if this is what's occurring here. Also, if you look at the RSI here, we do have room to come up for one more touch on this top trend line of the RSI. Now, if this breaks to the upside, that would be breaking that $67,000 range. What would that target be for the bullish case? If we break above that, we could be headed towards around the $84,000 to $85,000 range. Again, we have to see what happens here. If this does end up being a diagonal, I would look for a rejection here at the $67,000 to $68,000 range, depending on how long it takes to get up here, and if we even get up there. There's always a possibility that it turns around from here, so be aware of that. But like I said, there is room in the RSI on the daily to come up and retest this range, so be cautious. And let's just put that up one more time so you can take a look at it and the resemblance. Let me put this back up here and get it up there. As you can see, it does look a lot like what we're seeing here. So yeah, just be cautious, be careful. It does look like we could get up to the $67,000 to $68,000 range. See what happens there. If we do get a major rejection, chances are we could be looking all the way back down towards this $42,000 to $43,000 area. Now, this is the wyckoff method that we were talking about. Also, the pi cycle top has signaled. Of course, you can't rely on one indicator, but I had drawn this blue line in here weeks ago, probably about a month ago, and it does seem to be playing out. But we'll see what happens. If we do break back below this 61.7 area and come retest the 58, we could bounce around in here and it could get ugly. The same thing, we do have room to pop up higher on this RSI right here, so keep an eye on that. And I'll pull up the wyckoff method right here so you can see it. Let me zoom in a little bit, and you can just see the resemblance here of where we're at. I marked it on this chart, so keep a close eye on this, guys. This could be signifying a top soon, also lining up with that fifth wave ending diagonal. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. I know a lot of people get confused with that. Also, it'll talk about the co-vesting, show you how to copy trade other traders on Prime XBT, and There is a turbo, which check it out, it explains it in the video. You can use my promo code Savy50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you'll get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Now, if you want to learn how to win a $500 free Prime XBT tradable account, we're going to talk about this a little bit. This is Coinbase Global. As you guys know, I went live yesterday. We're currently around 342.50. It opened yesterday at right around 250. It went up to somewhere in the 380 zone, somewhere in there. We're back at 342.50. As you can see, it had a pretty nice plummet yesterday. Let me know what you think it's going to do today. And I'm going to pick a winner by whoever gets closest to what the daily close is today on the Coinbase coin chart. I'll give you a $500 Prime XBT account giveaway. Now, you have to make sure in the comments that you're not guessing the same as anyone else. If you do, whoever guessed that price first wins. So let's see how good you guys are. I want to see what you guys think. Also, let me know what you think of it along with that comment. But just like I said, let me know where you think it's going to close the daily today and get a chance to win a $500 Prime XBT account. All right, now this is another way to look at that. As you can see, the blue line up top would be that fifth wave ending diagonal. But if we do blow through that, we could be looking. Another thing I want to point out right here is the funding rate is still pretty high, guys, favoring the bears. So be cautious of that. But if we do break this $67,000, $68,000 range, we could go as high as the $80,000 range, looking at this as a rising channel. Now, if that was to happen, we get up to this $80,000 range and then come down. It all depends on when we break this bottom trend line as to how far we go. So keep a close eye on this. If we were to drop down from here and break this bottom trend line within the next couple days, that would get us around the $38,000 range. But I expect it to be more up in this range when it happens. So let's say it happened around April 26th, we'd be around that 42,000 range. So that's what I'm looking at there. Let's go into looking at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders. We've been paying attention to this. I made this video on this chart probably about a month ago, somewhere in there. We did break, and our measured move there is around 70,000. If this is the case, I'm not too confident in this just because of where the neckline is. Keep an eye out and retest this neckline though, because if we do come back, test this 60,000, and then this holds as support, we could go much higher. So keep an eye on that. This is the longer term, and then we're going to go into the 15-minute. Then we'll look at the Litecoin and Ethereum. So I have the Fibonacci channels drawn in here. As you can see, 2013 we topped out, 2017 where we topped out, and the 0.236 fib is where we're at now if we roll this over here. So keep an eye on this area. Also, the RSI, same thing, has a little bit more room to go up. But as you can see, we are getting rejected at the 0.236 fib up here. Also, I wanted to point out these parabolic phases. Right here, this was our parabolic arc. And when it broke in 2014, we started our long-term bear market. This is our parabolic arc from 17. When it broke, you can see we hit our bear market. Now, if this is correct, where we're at now, this one looks a little bit different, but it is touching all our touch points here. We did break down below. So again, we could come up, retest this top trend line. If this breaks in the daily and we get support on this trend line in the RSI, that's going to be extremely bullish. But as you can see, as of right now, we are getting rejected again at this 0.236 fib. An open and a close of a daily above this would be extremely bullish. We could come up, test the bottom of our arc again, and that would get us to around that $70,000 to $80,000 Bitcoin. So keep an eye on this, and let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So it does look like we've broken out here. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole picture here. So another way I'm looking at it in the 15-minute as a rising channel. Of course, If we break the top of the channel, our measured move of that channel is right around the $73 to $75,000 range, somewhere in that area. If we break this top trend line, again, if we come back down, break the bottom, would be around the low $50,000 range. Now let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on here. As you can see, we have a falling channel here. It does look like we're trying to break out. We have broken out the price, so that does suggest, if we take a measured move of this channel that we're breaking out of, put it up here, it gets us around that 57.3 range. Now, I'm sorry, 65.7. If we do break this, the possibility we could still get stopped on this trend line here around that $66,000 to $67,000 range, same place. But a break of this could, if we can gain support on top of this rising channel, we could go up as high as that $73,000 range. Again, it looks like we are breaking out for the RSI here. So I do expect us to most likely get up to that $66,000 to $67,000 range, possibly as high as 68 before rejection. Looking at LITECOIN, still looking for that $300 LITECOIN, somewhere between the $300 and $350 range. That would also be the top of this rising broadening wedge. Now I break above that. If you wanted to get extremely bullish, and we do break above this trend line and get support on it, looking at about a $475 LITECOIN. Now, if we do turn around, break back down past this lower area, we could be looking at a much lower Bitcoin, depending on if, when, and where this breaks. Same thing, but keep an eye on this bottom. And this is for the long term, guys. This isn't immediate. This is a 4-hour chart, but as you can see, it takes a while to play out. So if we do come back up, test this range and get rejected, I would look for another bounce at the bottom of this trend line. If it breaks, then we're looking at these much lower lows. Ethereum, same thing. We have our target from breaking out of this rising channel within a rising channel. And that measured move gets us up to that 2760 range, which would be the top of this bigger rising channel in here, as you can see. Now, if we did come back down to break this bottom trend line here, same thing, yellow trend lines, rising broadening wedge. And this could happen, anytime in the next couple months, possibly longer. But let's go ahead and put this around the $1,800 range. If that area does break, then we're looking at possibly bear market material. Let me move this up. But as of right now, it does look like we're going to test the top of this rising channel in white. Keep an eye on this around that 2760. Now, if we break above that and get support, then we could be retesting the next trend line around 3,000. Again, guys, this is going to take time to play out. But this is what I'm looking at. As you can see, the rising channel here, we do have room to come up, retest the top of this, which I do believe is going to be somewhere in between the 2650 and 2750 range. Keep an eye on that. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to comment to win your chance for your chance to win the Prime XBT $500 giveaway. Yeah, you can subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Smash the likes, leave your comments, and check out my other affiliate links down below. If those of you that are interested in altcoins, I also added a Binance affiliate link down there. So definitely check them out. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you tomorrow.